All right.
So,
What's up, everybody? What's up, ladies and gents?
holy.
Weird to say, but we are. This is episode 11 of 50/50. So welcome. You know, my name's Nigel.
I'm Dawson Jordan.
You got Dawson Jordan.
First in-person one.
First in-person
This
one. You
one's
know,
big. You know, now we're moving on to bigger and better things.
I'm telling you, bro. And not even that. We're doing this for the culture. We're doing this for the culture, which is why we're in front of TFC Stadium right now doing it. So
it'll be more, even if TFC sucks.
Even if TFC doing shit this season,
we're going to get into that.
We're still supporting these guys regardless.
All right, so we're going to start with Team Canada, though, because we played yesterday, and we're about to get to the Gold Cup.
Yeah, man.
So, again, Team Canada's first half performance yesterday was probably, to my knowledge, from my memory, the best half I've ever seen a Canadian team play in my lifetime that I can remember.
I fucking agree, bro.
Second half was, who cares, to be honest with you.
To be fair, I didn't even watch second half. I watched the first half. I missed that first goal from Jonathan David. We scored, 3 minutes in the game?
Yeah.
It's hella fucking quick. I mean...
The second header is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It was like a little dink header. Like, it wasn't even like I don't even know how he did that.
It's just extremely intelligent. The way he comes across the ball this way, and he just flicks it on. It's unbelievable.
Amazing to see.
But yeah, so, again, a couple, more player shoutouts, because we had a lot of, young players playing yesterday, which was nice to see.
Yeah.
Promise David finally got his debut and he bagged. Came off at halftime. I think it was an injury, so hopefully it's not too bad.
He came off an injury, eh?
That's what they were saying, yeah. So hope it's not too bad. But again, 45 minutes on the goal. Yeah. That's what you've been saying since episode 1, that we need to get this guy in.
Literally the first episode we've been saying this guy's a star.
I think we've said it every episode at least once.
Yeah, I swear.
Nathan Saliba, I thought was phenomenal yesterday.
Yeah.
From Montreal. Again, his team's been so poor this season, but
he's one of the bright spots on Montreal.
He's so good.
One of the bright spots.
He got Canada's Young Player of the Year, so that's massive.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
I'm telling you, he's actually good.
No, I rate him a lot.
He's
so
good.
I hope he's in the Canadian.
Yeah, I like the way he plays, man.
He played really, really good yesterday. Tajon Buchanan that might be the best Tajon Buchanan performance I've ever seen.
That was the best Tajon Buchanan
performance I've ever seen
so far.
I think so by far. He had it's just one assist, one goal, but even the first Jonathan David goal, he's done everything to get that position there, and Jonathan David just only saved the header, so he doesn't get the assist.
Yeah.
But he's done phenomenal. And then he ended up getting his goal in the second half as well.
He deserves that goal. Not even that, but did you see the part where he megged? I forgot who he megged. He did disgusting.
Yeah, it was the Shakhtar captain.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
And again, that performance against Ukraine, Ukraine's not a bad side at all. I think they're 25th in the country, 25th in the world. So that's.
No, they're not.
It's
a decent team.
Yeah.
It's a European team. It's the first time I get a European team in Toronto since I think I've seen 20. It's a long time.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I want to talk about Jonathan David a little bit because I don't even know why he played. So, so to me, it shows a lot about his character that he wants to play for Canada that bad. Because when you're going through a contract situation when he's trying to get a move, most people wouldn't play in that nothing game. And no one expected him to play, and then he came out yesterday and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna." Or 2 days ago said, "Yeah, I'm gonna play." And then he puts in an amazing performance, and he got his 34th goal. So his 33rd and 34th goal, and I think they said, of his 34 goals, 21 of the goals are first time. So whether that's a header, whether that's just coming onto the ball, hitting it first time, which shows what we were talking about again in the first episode, where he needs to be central in that, and that's 100%. So honestly, I gained a lot of respect for Jonathan David because of that. We created 8 big chances. Again, we had so many good performances. 19-year-old center back from Fulham, I thought was really impressive.
The Forges.
Yeah. Luke the Forges or whatever, but he was really good. He got an assist as well. 19 years old playing for Fulham. So again, it's nice to have that type of stuff in the coming through the ranks.
Yeah, for sure. Not even there's some I think Nico Seeger was also back there as well.
No, I thought everyone played pretty well, to be honest. The second half was a bit died off a bit, but again, we won the game in the first half. So it was. Again, 8 big chances created in the game too, which has been a struggle for us. So that's just massive to have.
Also, Jaden Nelson.
Yeah, also came on. Also came on. So again, it's nice that we have this Canadian show this year because we get to test out younger players that probably wouldn't play in games that matter a bit more.
Yeah, not even that. I think, if I'm just being for real, which is why we started the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that that Canada is actually improving. Not even just we're investing back into it. We never have it.
Yeah, it's never, but it's nice. So hopefully we can lift a trophy, even if it's friendlies. I'll take any trophy that Canada can get on this.
Not just that, but
Huh? You dropped it on your shirt?
I'm like, yo, where the fuck is the mic at? Back to it.
Yeah, I was just saying. it's nice to win a trophy. Hopefully, again.
No, I think we're gonna win.
It's something that we can like compete in a bit with our young players, and
I think we're gonna win.
Lift something because I don't think I remember seeing Canada lift anything.
Not even the trophy though. But like I said before, I don't know if you heard me because the mic fell down my shirt. But the fact that we're having a tournament in Canada called the Canadian Shield, where we have European teams coming down to Canada to play.
Yeah.
That shows a lot. That shows that we're investing back into our sport. We're investing back into our soccer team because 20 years ago, I don't recall us ever doing this shit.
Yeah, but we had,
10 years ago, I don't recall us
doing this shit. 3 continents here. Like we had Cote d'Ivoire here last night against Australia. Yeah. Or was it Australia or New Zealand?
No, it was Australia. I don't remember actually. But one of those two teams, yeah.
From the Australian continent, and then we have the African continent, and then we have a European continent, and we have us. So it's really nice to see.
It's amazing to see, man.
Again, I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
It kind of relates to TFC, as Richie Larea came on yesterday.
Yeah.
But he hasn't played for TFC once this year.
Yeah.
So why is he coming on?
I don't get why he's playing.
Weird, no?
I don't even know why he made the team.
Obviously, he's healthy.
I don't even know why.
Obviously, he's healthy.
But bro, if he's healthy enough to make the team, he's not healthy enough to play for TFC.
That's what I mean.
Makes no fucking sense.
That's why he's a muppet.
It makes no sense, bro. How you? Oh man,
he's a muppet.
I like though.
Yeah, I know you do. I don't.
I like him.
I don't.
Bro, you should see that first game when he came back for TFC when we lost against. We got a yellow straight away, bro. Started beefing with Wilfred Zaha.
Yes, but because he's mentally ill,
bro. That's the energy. That's the energy we need.
He's an idiot.
That's the energy we need.
No, he's an idiot.
Dawson, that's the fucking energy.
Yeah, that energy got us a nice 2-0 loss.
And he does it every game. It wasn't him. It wasn't him who got us a 2-0 loss. Our team was just playing poor.
What did he do that? Like, what did that do for us?
To be honest,
I did nothing.
Him coming on the field did not do anything besides bring energy, which is something. I'll take that.
Again, I think we've kind of transitioned to TFC, so let's just talk about it.
Perfect.
We'll go to the Philadelphia Union game because I feel like that's the last place left off.
Yeah.
We're winning 1-0.
Yeah.
Ola scored in the 75th minute.
I forgot about this fucking goal, bro. I forgot about this goal, man.
Oh no, it's fine. Ola scored 75th minute. 85th minute, we're up 1-0, and we're here and we still lose. 85th minute, we're up 1-0, and we lost a game 2-1.
Mind you.
Tell me how that makes sense.
Mind you. Okay, this is what it. I thought we were gonna win that game. Watching that game as well.
Well, yeah, because the 85th minute and we're winning.
Bro, I genuinely not even that. We were playing good. We were playing bad.
We followed the game plan to a T. We were sitting back and we're counterattacking. Sit back, get the ball, move quickly, and then I don't know what happens. Like again, to me, to me that shows that they don't have a care to die for the manager. They don't care to just no one cares, bro.
Yeah.
Because if you care, there's no way that happens to you. And once that one goal goes in, you say, all right, well, we don't lose here.
Yeah.
And we still lost.
It
fucking suck.
And the thing is, Philadelphia are dangerous off.
Yeah, the first place now.
Yeah. Like, fuck, bro, they're dangerous off corner kicks. They're dangerous off set pieces. And
you subbed on a corner. You never sub on a corner.
Oh, and not even
never
that.
Subbed the corner.
You brought this up the first time. But the changes that Robin Fraser made that game,
they made no sense.
It's insane.
They made no sense. We took off players that were doing well. We even took off Ola, who finally played well.
Yeah, finally. He was in the beginning. He was carrying that fucking game, bro.
We took off defenders that were having a good game. We haven't conceded to first place, and then we take them off.
Yeah.
But that game made no sense to me. To me, he has to go. I don't care that it was first place. He has to go after that.
Yeah.
And then the next game, I think 3-4 days later, we play Charlotte. We looked like we didn't even care to play.
Yeah.
It lost 2-0. Not for a second did I think for even we had a chance.
Yeah.
Jakir Marshall already played. He started on the pitch.
And he played
well, cooked us.
Yeah.
And again, it just looks like our owners just look like idiots once again. The whole club is just runs. Man,
it's sad. It's fucked. I'm here looking at the CN Tower while talking about TFC right now, man. It's
also the stadium and I'm pissed.
Yeah, we're having a poor fucking season. It's bad.
But I would rather come here to shoot a podcast than come here to go to a game at this point.
That's crazy. That is? That's crazy to say.
I probably could have went to the game, I had something, but I could have figured it out.
Yeah.
And in previous years, I probably would have.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, man.
But instead, I come here on a Sunday when they're not playing. Man, we suck so bad.
It's actually, I don't know. We talk about this every single podcast, how they fucking suck.
Yeah, but we're getting repetitive.
And it's just repetitive at this point,
But
it's really repetitive.
It's weird because of the Philadelphia game, I gained some sort of hope. Although it doesn't sound like it, I did gain some sort of hope because we had a plan, we stick to it for 85 minutes, and it actually worked.
Yep.
So in my opinion, Gaff has to go. And then we have to find someone that we're going to actually die behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone that we'll actually work for and try hard for.
For sure. Do you have anybody in mind? We honestly, we keep recycling through managers like it's nothing, bro.
Yeah, but that's all we do. At the end of the day, man, it needs to be, if we're getting a new manager though, it has to be somebody that's guaranteed. It has to be somebody that is able to stick with the project and get it done. Like we're getting. I don't want to get someone who is just an assistant manager again. I don't want to get someone who's doesn't have a job because he's failed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I don't think we've had a manager like stay for TFC over 2 years in like a minute. It's been a really like a long time.
And that tells you everything about the club.
That says a lot about the club, bro. It's a good rant to have in front of TFC because this shit needs to fucking change, bro. MLS need to fix the fuck up, and then they sent out this letter, which is like,
well, I'm tired of letters.
A whole lot of nothing.
I'm tired of letters.
A whole lot of nothing.
I'm tired of stories and apologies, brother. Just fucking fix it.
Just fix this shit, man.
It's to a point now where, like, yes, the players aren't good enough. That's clear.
Oh, and so Insigne.
Yeah, he needs to
get rid of Insigne.
That needs to get gone.
He needs to go. He needs to go.
It's very clear that the players aren't good enough. We're aware of that. But at the same time, when it's a game and we're up 1-0, that has nothing to do with talent anymore. The players on your team. That has to do with nothing but work ethic and a willing to win.
Yeah.
And if we don't have that, that comes from the higher ups to the manager, which leads to the players on the field.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a good manager that the players are willing to die for, and you're up 1 in the 85th minute, you don't lose that game.
I think,
to be very honest.
Yeah, 100%. I have nothing else. I agree with you 100%, bro. If like I said, if general managers, up to the front office, up to the coaching staff, up to everything, if all of them believed in the project,
we wouldn't be in a situation.
We wouldn't be in a situation.
But they don't believe in the project. They believe in their pockets.
Exactly.
We talk about this all the time.
We talk about it all the time, bro.
Next game's in 4 days, I think.
Yeah. Who do you play?
LA.
FC?
Yeah. They're not.
They're decent. They're doing decent. But
they're doing better than us. But that doesn't really.
But it's not good. LAFC are. They're historically they're not a bad team. They're a good team. They're probably gonna lose again.
Yeah, I don't like. Every week make a prediction. I just say, we're probably gonna lose. But hope it's not too bad.
Yeah, literally, man.
And I say that I'm positive. And I came into this expecting myself to say like, I believe in something. And I'm realizing I actually don't. Like I got hope from a performance or two, but at the end of the day, it's still the same shit. It's like, I don't know what to believe in.
So do you think you said in our notes you put that you believe in something? Do you think we're making playoffs still? I don't believe we're not making playoffs.
I never believed in that. You go back 2 episodes. I laughed at you when you mentioned the word playoffs.
Yeah.
There's no way we make playoffs.
We're not making playoffs.
It's impossible.
No, it's bad.
The word I used was impossible.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a leaf. But
again, we play LA. Probably gonna lose.
Are we home or away?
We're away.
You're losing that game.
Yeah,
we're losing that game 100%. Yeah, we're losing that game 100%. There's nowhere else to do, bro. Yeah, it's just sad to see. You know,
we suck.
But I think we should just move on. Again.
Yeah, but let's move to Europe. At least it's more fun over there.
It's way more fun in Europe right now.
Last time we talked was before the Champions League final, so we can talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about Champions League final.
Fucking demolition.
I
think my prediction was 2-1. What was yours? Do you remember?
I think I predicted Inter Milan.
I think
it was like 1-0. I think I recall.
I said PSG 2-1. I said it has to be a close game.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what 5-0. That's what we both said. We said close game.
Yeah, 5-0.
We were both saying like it depends, and then fucking get belt to ass.
5-0.
Fucking ass,
like
bro.
That's probably the most one-sided Champions League final I've ever seen.
Do you think I don't think I was going to ask a question. I totally forgot, but. It was that is the most one-sided final I've ever seen. There's the question. Do you think it's PSG just played really well, or Inter Milan just played really bad? I think
it's a mixture of both. I don't think you can get a 5-0 without the mixture of both.
Yeah,
especially with two teams that are like, again, two of the best teams in the world because they're in the Champions League final. Once they're both that good, for it to be 5-0, one team has to play good, one team has to play bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Again, Inter, I don't know, like they just went up for it, and now they have like their little scandal. I don't know if you've seen. They have a little money scandal going on, so that they could be just cooked.
Yeah,
Inzaghi's already left his manager.
Inzaghi left. Yeah,
man. They might be headed for a big downfall now.
I think
they lost the league to Napoli.
Yeah.
Scott McTominay wants to be Jesus Christ on earth,
bro. I think they're on a downward spiral. After this, you have to start looking at your team and looking like, be like, what are you doing?
But that's 2 Champions League finals in
3 years,
4 years,
3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Again,
the first one they actually played well.
Yeah, it was tight. It was a close one.
And then losing 5-0 is just embarrassing.
Like I said, bro, you look at your team, look at the age of their squad, look at the age of your squad, look at the players you got on your team, and at this point, again, you've been to 2 Champions League finals out of the 3 in 3 years. Something has to change because whatever you guys did,
that's a good thing. That is a good thing.
Isn't working.
To get to 2 finals in 3 years is a good thing.
But you lose.
Yeah, and the first one they probably
journeyman
team. But this one was just bad. Like this one was just really, really bad.
Yeah.
And this probably opened up a lot of eyes.
Yeah.
Again, PSG were really good, so they do deserve the respect.
Yeah. But masterclass though, we never thought that was gonna happen. No. 5-0. 5-0. I posted it on the TikTok as well. That's really
Want to
bad.
know what's hilarious though?
What?
Remember you said that Rafinha's gonna get Ballon d'Or?
Yeah.
You still think that?
No.
So want to know what's even funnier?
What?
You said he was gonna win because of his Champions League campaign, yes?
Yeah.
But then he didn't even win Champions League Player of the Tournament.
Which is.
No, he probably should have. But he didn't win.
Everyone
What
knows
did I
he
tell you? What did I tell you? If
Everyone
you
knows he
don't
should've.
win, they don't care.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
You know what's fucking stupid and it's crazy? You're saying that obviously you're right. If you don't win, you don't care. But in past years, there's players who have not won a Champions League and won the Ballon d'Or. So
Yeah, but those are in years with international tournaments that matter.
I
The
think.
Nations League doesn't fucking matter.
What about Ronaldo winning it when Ribery won the award?
When who won what?
When remember Ribery won in 2013?
He won a Ballon d'Or.
Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or in 2013, but Ribery won everything. He got a treble plus the Champions
this
League.
isn't Ronaldo, brother. This is Rafinha.
But
we're talking
still,
about.
it's still the same thing.
No, it's not because
still the
Ronaldo
same
is not
thing.
Rafinha.
Okay,
And
obviously
Rafinha's
he's
not
not.
Ronaldo.
But I would say it's still the same thing. You can still make the same debate.
You could try to make the same debate, but Ronaldo and Messi are so different that those type of rules don't even apply.
I understand what you're saying, but again, if they were regular players, you could still make the same debate.
But
You
they're
can still
not.
make the same.
But Ronaldo's not a regular player.
Everyone knows Rafinha should win. Everyone knows Rafinha should be the Champions League Player of the year.
Yes,
He's
but
on stats wise.
you think he deserves a Ballon d'Or?
No, obviously no.
It's going to be Dembele now.
It's
Has to
not.
be, no?
It's not. It's Dembele.
Because he
It
won
is
the
Dembele.
Champions
It
League,
is Dembele.
and he has a little trouble.
Yeah.
There's a trouble with the Champions League
But do you
and
think-
play the tournament, and I think he got Liga Player of the Season too. So
Yeah, he did. He did. Do you think that Dembele deserves the Ballon d'Or? Though, and you think so? Over Lamine Yamal?
why would Lamine Yamal win?
He's just killing it right now.
No,
bro.
he's disgusting. But again,
He's killing it.
Ballon d'Or is based off of numbers as well. And
Yep.
Rafinha's on the same team, so they have the same team success. But Rafinha's numbers are better. Rafinha just won Player of the Season in the league,
Yeah.
and he was better in the Champions League. So how could Lamine Yamal win it when there's a player on his team that's more deserving?
Yeah.
Who's also not going to win it? It's gonna have to be Dembele.
I you know what? And that's the thing. I do. Yeah, I agree with you. It's gonna be Dembele.
Before we move on, there's two things. One, we're gonna do our team of the tournament,
Yes.
and honestly, my team of the tournament is mostly just PSG players.
Our team of tournament's very similar, man.
It's PSG players, Barcelona
Very
players,
similar.
and I think one player from a different
From
different
Inter.
club. That's it.
From
Just
Inter.
one.
From Inter. Yeah.
But before we do that, how long do you think this PSG team can be good for? Do you think they can dominate for like years to come?
Because they're a young squad. They're a young squad, and the thing is, they're a young squad. They have PSG they have money, so they can splurge.
And I don't think the players are going to leave.
And I don't think their players are going to lead. This is honestly, bro.
They've done so well.
They've done so well. I've never seen a team actually like fuck with PSG. Like I've never seen PSG fuck with each other before. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
because they used to buy the best players.
buy the best players.
What they're doing, they're buying like French players. They're buying young talents that fit the Ligue 1.
Yeah.
So they have Vitinha, who just fits the Ligue 1 and PSG so well.
So well, man.
They have again Desiree Doué,
Yeah.
French lad. He's probably never going to leave. Dembele,
Never
same thing,
leave.
probably never going to
Never
leave.
leave. Yeah.
Barcola,
I don't think they'll leave.
never. He might
Zaire
leave,
Emery.
but again, it's French. Zaire Emery probably
Zaire
not
Emery, I
leave.
don't think
French.
they'll leave. Yeah.
So they get a French young core
Yeah.
with players around it that just makes sense.
Yeah.
And they're getting
Yeah.
Kvacha in January, which
Yeah.
was a massive turnaround for them.
Massive.
He was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, Kvacha, bro.
He's unbelievable.
People put him. He's like top 10, I think, too, right now in the
For
world.
Ballon d'Or?
Ballon d'Or, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he won Liga. He won his
in the calendar
he won his treble.
Yeah, yeah.
And he also won the Serie A because he was
Serie A.
on Napoli for the first half of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Anyways, we'll do our team of the seasons. I'll do mine.
My phone's over there. Yeah, my phone. Yeah, you can do yours.
So I have Hakimi right back. Bastoni and Pacho are actually my center backs. I know a lot of people have Marquinhos,
Yeah.
but Pacho was unbelievable for me. I've Donnarumma in net and Nuno Mendes at left back. So again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 out of my 5 back line are PSG.
Yeah.
Moving to the midfield, I have Desiree Doué as a midfielder because he needs to get in.
Yeah.
And Vitinha, two
Yeah.
PSG, and then my one Barcelona is Pedri.
Yeah.
And then I have Rafinha, Yamal, and then Dembele up top. So again, so heavy PSG Barcelona. But again, when you get those two teams,
yeah.
You would think-
We also got robbed. I should have said this before. We got robbed of a final, I believe. Robbed of an amazing final.
no, but the
An
semifinal
amazing
was
final.
so good. Like that
It
Inter
was
Barcelona game
so good, but imagine if Barca played.
It would have been a better
PSG.
game. It would have been a better
an
game.
amazing.
It would have been a better game for
An
sure.
amazing
But again,
final.
that's Barcelona's fault. It's not like there was no like controversy in the game. They just
Didn't
couldn't get it over the line.
Literally, bro. That was your squad.
Yeah.
My phone's over there, but I remember it. My back four was I had Hakimi.
You had a back five.
I had a back five. Sorry, I had a Bastoni in
Yeah.
it. I had a Hakimi, and then I had Marquinhos, Bastoni, I believe Kubarsi, and then Nuno Mendes. Right. Again, I think two of those players. Well,
Two of those
players are from most of the players are from PSG. One of them's from Inter, and then you have Kubarsi, who I think I had to put in there. I think Kubarsi is an amazing.
He's an amazing young talent, but I don't think he gets on the team of the tournament. I think you just put him in the team because he's young. If he has the exact same performances at 26, you don't put him in.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, he said.
But I'm saying, but Pacho was better than him.
Pacho, yeah.
So I think
Pacho was.
So again, and go to the season, I did not rate Pacho at all. Not because I haven't watched him, and he just doesn't look like a proper center back to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then he cooked us, and I said, "Yeah, let me watch this guy."
To be fair, man,
So
I haven't like started paying attention to Pacho until like probably the Aston Villa game.
Yeah, he's so good, to be honest with you.
Baller.
And then your midfield, you had two,
and then my
right?
midfield was 2. I had Pedri, Vitinha.
That's
self-explainable. Yeah. And
even though Declan Rice has gotten the actual team of the tournament over Pedri, which makes no sense.
It's fucking insane.
Scored 2 nice free kicks.
That's
it.
That was it.
There's no way Pedri doesn't deserve to be in that over.
100%. And Vitinha might be the best midfielder in the world right now.
Vitinha,
it's between those two.
If I was to give a Ballon d'Or, I'd give it to Vitinha.
You see Vitinha play, and it's like, fuck,
he's
man.
If I was to give it a Ballon d'Or, I would give it to Vitinha.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah.
And then your front three is...
My front three is obviously self-explanatory. I think everyone's going to do it. Yeah. Yamal, Dembele, Rafinha.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Easy. If I was doing a different formation, I would put Desiree Doué in there because I think he had a really good.
Again, he won Young Player of the Tournament, so again, I feel like you kind of have to get in. So I put him in mine. Or if I didn't, I probably would have. I would have snuck in Words just because he's coming to Liverpool and he had a good season. But
snuck in who?
Florian
Wirtz. No. Okay, yes. Continue. What's the next one? What's the next one?
We're gonna do transfer show.
Transfer
rumors, transfers that have happened, stuff like that. Heavy focus on the Prem because that's what we kind of focus on here.
Yeah.
But I'll start with players not in the Prem. We'll go Joe Bellingham, just got a Here We Go right before he started this.
Yeah.
Following his brother's first steps at Dortmund.
Yeah.
Which is from Sunderland, like 33 mil with a 50% release clause or a 50% sell-on clause is unbelievable for Sunderland.
Yeah.
Like that's
bread.
A whole lot of cash.
Yeah.
And Dortmund are gonna move him on and they'll get more money out of that. Like 35 mil, I think that's the most money they've ever made from a transfer. So they're going to be set coming to the Prem. They're going to be able to make a bit of signings now.
Yeah.
So that's massive. Osman to Saudi is such a weird thing going on. He's just said no to Saudi, even though they offered they got a approve for 75 mil. Victor Osman.
Oh, but Victor Osman.
Al Hilal.
Oh,
had a 75 mil.
Yeah.
Accepted, but then he hasn't finished clause. So does he go back to Galatasaray? What does he do? I don't know. But
he's in a little rough spot right now, man. Yeah, he's in a little rough spot. Osi, man?
He's such a muppet about everything. Like
he's a little
it's like he doesn't want to play football for me.
He's a little he's a little stinker. You know what I'm trying to say right now?
I don't mess with him.
Yeah, his vibes aren't really right with him right now. You know.
And then the other one outside of the Prem that I want to talk about, well, there's Mr. Tuno to Real Madrid, 45 mil for 17-year-olds from River Plate.
Yeah.
Baller to be fair, but he's probably going to get the Aragula treatment and not really play. So
Real
Madrid are just greedy and just want everyone so they can bin. The one I want to talk about was Teo Hernandez.
Okay.
Because a left back.
Yeah.
With that level of quality at 27, 28 years old, getting accepted, a big got accepted for 35 mil, and we're sending Kyrgios for 45 mil.
Yeah.
But that 35 mil is a guaranteed world-class left back. I don't understand how.
Where is he going?
Well, he was.
He's
Al Hilal again. Al Hilal again.
Going to Al Hilal?
35 mil accepted.
From AC?
Yes, but at 28 years old. But he said no to Al Hilal.
Okay.
But if they're willing to accept 35 mil, why would we not pay that 35 mil instead of getting Kyrgios? I understand Kyrgios is younger, but for 10 mil more, I don't understand why we don't get one of the world's best left backs. Or another team. Not necessarily us, because I do like Kyrgios, and I think he fits our system maybe a bit better. Mm-hmm. But why another team hasn't gone in for a world-class left back like that at 35 mil makes no sense to me. So I do expect him to move to somewhere. I don't know where, but he has to go.
Yeah.
Move on to the Prem a bit. So I think Chelsea have a really, really interesting project going on.
Okay.
So they're just getting Bino Gittins, it looks like, from Dortmund. They've already got Delap in. It looks like they're getting Mainan in.
Yeah.
Mainan.
Mainan.
And is from AC Milan keeper, but I don't trust black goalies, So I actually don't trust black goalies. So that's a bad signing to me, only because he's a black goalie.
Yeah.
And then they also get Estavio this year. They get Paez this year. They get Andre Santos back. So the team next year is going to be one to watch, and it's going to be extremely interesting how they line up and everything.
Yeah. I'm excited for City right now, man.
City, yeah.
I'm excited for City, man. You know which the transfer that got me was Reyners. To City.
Yeah, he is so good.
So fucking good, bro.
But again,
my God.
They're also getting Cherky in for 35 mil, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the most entertaining players in the world.
Yeah.
This is what I was saying to somebody.
Okay.
We're trying to spend 140, 150 million on Florian Wirtz.
Yeah.
That's so much fucking money.
So much, man.
And Cherky's going for 35.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Florian Wirtz isn't better than Cherky, because he probably is. Yeah. But we watch football for moments.
Cherky is fucking...
He's disgusting.
Disgusting.
But Cherky has moments in him. Like, he's an he's probably the most entertaining player. Him and Desert Dude are probably the most entertaining players in the world. Maybe Lamine Yamal as well. Like he gets the ball and you don't know what he's gonna do.
Nah, man. So I think you can still get the same amount after watching. I think you can still get the same thing from both.
I'm not disagree with you. Flo might be a bit more complete and a bit more like by the book, and his numbers might be a bit better.
Yeah.
But Cherokee, he has that it factor, that you don't know what he's gonna do,
bro.
He can do whatever. Like the thing I see this guy doing the ball is unbelievable.
That's man. Cherokee's a baller. That guy's a fucking baller, bro.
If you go back to a couple episodes and you said, who are the 3 players I want to sign for Liverpool? I said Cherokee. I didn't say Florian Wirtz. I said Cherokee. That was before we were linked to Wirtz, obviously, but I said Cherokee.
Wirtz wants to go to Liverpool, though.
No, he does, but we just got 140 million rejected, so we're gonna spend 150 million on him. And again, he's a really, really good player.
Really good.
But that price tag on somebody, that's a lot of eyes now. And if he's not the best player in the league, he's gonna be seen as a flop now.
Yeah, but I don't think. I'm gonna say I don't think he's the best player in the league, but
no,
in Bundesliga.
He's best player in the Bundesliga. He got played this season back-to-back years. I want Florian Wirtz. Don't get me wrong, but 150 million is scary.
I think you can still get Cherokee for.
He wants to go City.
Less money.
He wants to go City, and that's fine.
Yeah.
We need Florian Wirtz now though because they got Cherokee.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that price tag is so scary. Like we've never signed a player with a price tag like that. And look at all the other ones, like Jack Grealish. There's such a
he's like nah.
There's such a tint on him because of how expensive he was.
Yeah.
If he went for 50, 60, well, no one says anything. He had a couple good years, whatever.
Yeah.
But
it's the price tag. It's that price tag. And he hasn't lived up to expectations. Well,
Jack Grealish, but Wirtz is gonna have to live up to some crazy expectations of spending 150, bro. Like that's crazy money.
A lot, man. It's a lot of money.
Also, City also got Aitneri, who's proven really good signing. He's going to get the job done. He's going to play the position that he needs to. Yeah. And he'll just do the job. So, City are looking dangerous again next year. I'm looking to push for a title. Yeah. Arsenal are getting Kepa. Don't know
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, they're getting Kepa. Don't really know why.
Have Arsenal been in the transfer market? Like, I haven't really seen them do anything.
Yeah, they have Zubimendi. Really good signing already.
Zubimendi's good. Yeah.
He's going, which will help sort the midfield up pretty perfectly, I think.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to get Sesko as well up top, which they need a striker. Yeah. Sesko's a really, really good striker. He's big, fast. He kind of reminds me of a bit more polished Thomas David. Okay. Like he's big, fast, strong.
I like Sesko too.
Likes the ball in behind. He can finish. Both feet. Good in the air. Really athletic. So he's a good signing. I actually kind of wanted Liverpool to get him too, but that's fine. Like I want Liverpool to get everybody. So, yeah, that's gonna be a good sign for Arsenal. The Prem looks really good next year.
The Prem is always exciting.
Yes, but with Arsenal getting the signings that they kind of need, the positions they need. Yeah. City as well. Liverpool, if they get Wirtz, which it looks like it. Kirkez. Yeah. And and we just got actually a young keeper for our youth, and so and we got Frimpong in already.
Frimpong, yeah. So that's a.
So there's a few signings for each team that are looking to push, and Chelsea look like they could push too. It's looking really, really interesting next year. Yeah. And then you also look at even United. They're not going to push for a title, but I think they're making the signings that they need to.
Well, Bueno is a good one.
And Bueno and Cunha are really, really good signings. It's Prem proven. They're a good age. Yeah. And they're a good price tag. Like they're not trying to sign 100 mil from the Dutch league. Yeah. Because that does you get someone in the Prem that's proven they can do it over and over again. Yeah. Those are the type of signings you need to call yourself back up.
Those are two good signings.
And they could challenge for Europe with a few more signings. Those are the type of signings that you need to make.
Yeah, that's what they did for sure.
Those are the signings you need to make. Yeah. And then the only thing I want to talk about left in terms of signings and that type of stuff is Ange Postecoglou got sacked from Tottenham. Yeah. What do you think about that? You think it's the right decision or what?
No.
No?
No, I'll give him some more. I mean, fuck. You
don't finish 17th.
You did finish 17th in the league, though.
You did, but you also won the first trophy since I was maybe 6 years old.
So that's hard to say.
But what would you do?
I would keep him because he won a trophy. You're still bro, we talked about this before. Yep. On the podcast. We said you asked me a question. You said who had a better season, I believe. Yep. And
Arsenal or
Tottenham. Arsenal finished what, second?
Second place.
Didn't win
nothing.
Nothing. Tottenham finished 17th place, but win Europa League.
So they're both in the Champions League next year.
They're both in Champions League next year.
Here's my take. Yeah. I don't think sacking him is necessarily wrong. Yeah. Here's why I'll say it's not.
Okay.
When you are 17th in the league, you're not really playing for much in the league. So you can lose every game. Yeah. But their safety net was that they're in the Europa League. Yeah. They don't have a safety net next year. They're not going to do on the Champions League.
No, they're not.
So they don't have a safety net.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got cut off. We'll talk about Ange Postecoglou though. Yeah. Again, what I was saying is they don't have that safety net anymore with the Europa League. They're in the Champions League. They're playing against, again, the best teams in the world. When you look at the Europa League, they probably should be in the final of that. Yeah. When you look at the Champions League, they're nowhere near.
Yeah, and honestly, look at their squad.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
So again, what you have to do, I think, is because you don't have that safety net, 17th in the league isn't good enough. Thank you
100%.
Thank you for winning a trophy on your way.
Their squad isn't good enough, but it's not that bad to be finishing in 17th place. I think they could at least finish top 10.
Yes,
or
and
top 15 at least.
And with now the Champions League, they can attract a bit more players.
Yeah.
So you get a new manager with a new project, sign a couple players that he wants.
Yeah.
And I think that starting fresh in the league, I think is good because you can't focus on the Champions League now.
No.
You have to focus on the league and not finishing that low.
And finishing in a good decent spot.
So I don't think it's a bad decision at all. Tottenham fans are very angry, but looking at a place from a neutral perspective,
for sure.
I think it makes sense from a business perspective.
You
understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I understand if you haven't won a trophy in that long and a manager brings you a trophy, you're gonna want to keep them.
Yeah.
But 17th isn't good enough.
Yeah, no, I agree, man.
The Europa League, you should be challenging for that.
Yeah, no, Europa League they should be challenging, which is good they won it because that's the only thing they should have. 17th place in the league, and I know you guys aren't that good, but finishing 17th place in the league.
It's not okay.
It's terrible.
It's not okay.
Terrible. Like you're lucky the relegation teams are so shit.
Trust me, because
no competition.
the amount of points you're finishing on, and other years you get relegated with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Trust me.
So
you're just lucky with that.
Lucky. So I don't think you should have sacked him because I said the question you asked me before.
Yeah.
If you had 2 seasons,
yeah,
I think you should give him one more shot because he did win a championship. But at the same time, what you're saying is I'm not disagreeing with you as well. If you get a good manager, because you guys are in Champions League. You guys track more players. Hopefully, get a good couple of signings.
Yeah,
you need it, and then fight for a spot in the top 8.
Fight for Europe again.
The
only reason why I think you're wrong, and I wouldn't have said this if this happened last year, I wouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
But because of what I watched with Erik ten Hag, to Ruben Amorim, I say it's wrong because again, what would happen probably, in my perspective, is. Again, Erik ten Hag won a trophy, so he stayed a year.
And
then he played for that 2-3 months with his signings, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So he sacked and got Ruben Amorim in. But now Ruben Amorim
that's a good point.
But Amorim doesn't have his players now. So now they're finishing 15, 16 as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I feel like if he's only reason he's staying is because of a trophy.
Yeah.
You got to get him out and let a new manager get his players in before you get sacked in mid-season.
That's a good point.
And you have to wait out the season again.
Yeah.
So you got to start fresh from the transfer window, and this manager can get a couple of his players in. Yeah. I think there's a chance that just makes more sense. Again,
I like that point. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah.
Again, we don't have a lot left. Actually, it's pretty quick.
No, we don't. Yeah.
How do you feel about international football tournaments like the Nations League, though?
Nations League?
Yeah.
My initial reaction to that is what's the point of it?
I agree with you.
Like, what's the point?
We're playing more games again, man.
Playing more games again. Yeah. Not to mention the Club World Cup is coming up in like a couple of days.
Again, more games again.
More games again.
Makes no sense.
And then we got the Gold Cup as well. More games. More games again.
The Nations League makes no sense to me. I think it's the dumbest international competition of all time.
It is. It's like a point. It's a pointless trophy.
Here's my thing. Again, every player, every manager always says we play too much games.
Yeah.
But then they throw in more games and more games and more games. But they take no FA Cup replays. That makes no sense. Let's solve this by taking out one game possibly a year.
No, man. They got to get rid of.
But then you throw in more Champions League games, you throw more international games, more international tournaments that don't matter to anybody.
Bro, they got to scrap a fucking trophy. I think, in my opinion, I think the Club World Cup isn't even
it's dumb.
It's dumb as fuck. Because you know who's going to win it. The European team's going to win the Club World Cup.
No, but they changed it now, so there's more teams and more games. So then it's not the same teams winning.
But it makes no fucking sense because you know who's going to win. You just want more money.
No, but it's going to be a European team.
Yeah, of course. That's what the Champions League's for.
That's what the Champions League for. It's fucking stupid.
It's so dumb.
Scrap it all. Scrap it all. If you want to keep the Club World Cup, keep it as it was before. Winners can play each other. It looks like a little friendly. You win a trophy, bang. But all these extra games are unbelievable. You can play 7-8 extra games.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for the smaller clubs, it means more. But the Urano's gonna win.
They're not gonna win.
They're not gonna win. So it's
because before maybe there was a chance that they get a win against that big team in the final.
Yeah.
Because they're only playing 2-3 games.
Yeah.
But now they're in a group and they have to play these big teams every week.
Yeah.
It's
so stupid, man. I don't think
it's.
There's some interesting group stage matches though.
Yeah, but I just don't care. I can't lie to you. I watch European football. I can't lie to you. I'm done with it.
You know who's gonna win though.
It's going to be a European team. I'll put everything I love that it's going to be a European team.
I will. I'm telling you. I'm gonna stay tuned in for Seattle Sounders versus PSG though for sure. That's gonna be a fucking belt to ass.
Yeah.
PSG versus Tottenham as well.
What?
Belt to fucking ass. What do you mean? PSG versus Tottenham in the
the Super Cup. Okay.
Super Cup, yeah.
Another belt. World Cup. That's what the fuck.
No.
Super Cup, yeah, that's also going to be belt.
Belt to ass, yeah. That's really bad.
I feel like we're done. I feel like that's all we have for footy. To be honest,
all we have for footy.
It's a pretty quick episode. Yeah, but we're going to kind of talk about next plans for 5ifty.
Yeah, man.
So again, you're seeing that we're in person this time.
Yeah.
We're doing something in front of the stadium, and we plan to be here a couple more times.
I mean, but before we, Keezy, can you get the CN Tower? Can you get that? Can you just turn the camera on that real quick, bro? Look at the view. Just look at the view. Look where we at. Lee, shout out Kino. Look at the view.
Listen to his music, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Look at the view. Look where we at,
We're going to try to be here a few more times.
Yeah,
Keezy, we're going to try to do some street interviews. We might even turn maybe a couple more YouTube-like videos instead of just podcasts. But we'll always do the podcast. That'll be our ground. But we're trying to break out into other things too, so we kind of help ourselves grow.
Hey, like I said, I think the point is I'm trying to elevate. We're both trying to fucking elevate, right?
We're trying to get interviews. We're trying to do street interviews, post-game reactions here.
Everything,
We're trying to do a lot, So
everything, man.
Anyone that can help, any ideas, anything.
No, I don't. Not even that anyone can help. I think you have a good group.
No, we do, but any help is
good, obviously.
I'll take any help.
But like I said, I think we're gonna get better. Obviously,
we're getting better. We're getting better.
So just stay tuned for everything we have. Stay tuned for the content. This should have been the first episode of the podcast.
Now, but we needed to get it started though.
We needed to get it started, right? I wanted to get our footprint out there. So
people always say if you have an idea, you just have to start it.
Just fucking do it.
So we just fucking started it.
We just did it.
This is the start of the goal, in-person stuff. But again, we just had to get it started. So the first 10 episodes, so just kind of see what we're going to talk about, how we're going to go.
Yeah.
I think it's honestly gone well.
No, it's gone really well. Yeah.
So I think this is a good start again. This is another milestone for us.
Yeah, for sure, man.
On episode 11. So we'll just keep going from here and see what we can do next.
Yeah, I don't doubt this video is going to do good. So
I hope so.
Yeah. So I again, shout out Dawson. Shout out McFesty, Keezy behind the fucking camera.
Shout out everybody,
Yeah, lock into his stream. And then shout out everybody who's been staying tuned with us and doing our shit. We have more content coming out.
Trust me.
We got TikToks coming out, everything coming out, man.
Make sure you guys post this one too.
Yeah,
this in-person stuff. This is what we're trying to do. So make sure that this stuff grows.
Again, we're out here in front of BMO Stadium. This podcast is for the culture. This one is for the culture. That's literally what I've been saying the whole time. Who is doing this?
No one in Toronto, bro.
No one in Toronto.
Trust me, no one in Canada. I can't lie to you.
Right? So
we're the only ones out here for a reason.
Thank you guys for staying tuned and watching the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, this is Dawson, my homie.
Yes, brother.
And then my name's Nigel Carter.
We're only going up from here, bro.
We're only going up from here, man. That's it, bro. Yeah.
We can actually do that now.
Yeah, that's it.
You get me?
That's it. Done.
Right, love.